series, EGPS grammar today, and I've got to admit it's a tricky one. I'll show you what's on my screen now. We're talking about tenses, simple tense, progressive, and perfect. Have a look at the screen. Could you answer this question? It's question number 49 of a EGPS paper, a Year 6 SATS paper, and it says, rewrite the underlined verb in the sentence below so that it's in the present progressive. I taught my sister the skateboard. If you can't answer that straight away, and I'll be honest with you, I probably couldn't have answered that in Year 6, then this video is for you. I'm going to go through all of the tenses, simple, progressive, perfect. I'm going to show you how to answer this at the end of the video as well. And I'm going to give you a simple way, hopefully simple way, to remember the difference between all of those as well. So that when this comes up in an EGPS paper or something in secondary school, you've got it nailed from the outset. Let's go then. Okay, so EGPS, English grammar, punctuation, spelling papers are packed with questions about tense. It's not one of those things where you're going to be asked once about it. It's not going to be 1 mark out of 50. It could be 3, 4, 5 marks. For tense, it's something we really do want to get right. And it is slightly more complicated, so it's not easy. So it's a bit more effort to get it cracked, but once you do, lots of marks available. So let's get into it then. Simple past tense is as simple as it seems as well. For progressive and perfect, that's more complicated, but we can still use the word itself to give us a clue as to what it is. Simple past tense. I jumped. We ran. He thought. They were. So really simple. It's exactly what you think. It's just something that's happened previously. It's done. I jumped. We ran. He thought. They were. So remember that just being is a verb as well. So just they were there. Just being somewhere is actually a verb, and we forget that a lot. But keep it as simple as it sounds. We don't need to go over it in great detail. It is simple past tense for a reason. It's the other two that we need to focus on a lot more. Progressive tense. So we can have past progressive or we can have present progressive. The key thing, I think this is the real clue, is use that word progressive. The event, you've got to imagine the event is still moving, that the event is progressing, even if it's in past tense. I'm going to go through these examples. Hopefully it's going to make sense. But here's my idea. Imagine there's a camera. Imagine you're viewing a video of the event you're talking about. Now with progressive tense, that video should still be in motion. The action should still be going on. It should still be progressing. Here we go. Past progressive. The baker was baking some cinnamon rolls. This is in past progressive. So I'm imagining a video and I'm imagining watching the baker baking some cinnamon rolls. So it's happened in the past, but it's still progressing in our video. So the baker was, past tense, baking, progressing, hence the progressive tense. I'm hoping that's clicking a bit. Present progressive. Mr. Biddle, that's me, is explaining different tenses. So is makes it present tense. Explaining, it's an event that's progressing. If you're watching a video, it's me actually explaining currently. So it's like the event is progressing still. The verb is continuing. This will be more clear when we go into perfect as well. So past progressive, look for was, it happened before. Was baking, imagine the video, the baker's still moving and doing things. Present progressive, Mr. Biddle is explaining different tenses. Let's have a look at perfect tense now, which does make it slightly different. I use a light blue just for contrast. So now with perfect tense, imagine the video of the event and it's not continuing. The action is done. Have a look at these. So past perfect, if I can actually get a little the pen going here. Past, so we're looking for past tense. Still can't get the pen going. Past tense, perfect. The swordfish had taken enough plankton for one day. So had, past, taken. The event is done. He had taken enough plankton for one day. So that event, if I was imagining a video of the swordfish and plankton, I don't even know if swordfish do eat plankton, but for my example, they do. The swordfish had taken enough plankton or mackerel or any small fish, taken enough of that for one day. And watching that video, it's still, the event is finished. Had taken. Present perfect tense. The teacher has spent a long time explaining fractions. So has spent. It's like the event is over. If you're watching a video, so the teacher has spent a long time explaining fractions. That verb is kind of completed. Has spent. And these really are the key words here. You're going to, for perfect tense, have a has or a had in there. That's going to be the big clue. So you're going to see one of those two. You're going to see a had or a has for perfect. Very quick recap of all of it. Simple past tense, something that happened before. I jumped, they shouted, we ran, he threw, whatever. But it's just what we do right back in kind of year 1 and 2. Super basic. Keep it simple. Don't get bogged down in it. Progressive, imagining the event is still ongoing, still moving. The baker was baking some cinnamon rolls. The boy was throwing a football. Present progressive, Mr. Biddle is explaining different tenses. We are watching a movie. So it's ongoing. And then perfect tense, there's usually a has or had in there. The swordfish had taken enough plankton for one day. The girl had listened carefully to the guidance of her teacher. Present perfect, the teacher has, present tense, spent a long time explaining fractions. Let's go on to some questions then, and this should hopefully help. So simple past tense again. If it's simple, keep it simple. During the winter months, the sun does not appear high in the sky and the days are much shorter than the nights. Keep it with this verb here. Rewrite the underlined verbs in simple past tense. During winter months, sun does is present tense. So did would be the past. Did not appear high in the sky and the days were. It's usually going to be some spelling expectation on there as well. Simple past tense. Don't change it to didn't because not is separate there. We're after changing one word. Okay, again, keeping it simple. Simple past tense. The sky begins to look darker as the storm approaches. So this is present. It begins. It began. Kind of word knowledge here. Began as the storm approached. You use that root word. I've had people in there in this box here, right, came closer as the storm came closer, completely changing the word entirely. Again, it would have been in past tense, but they're looking for you to change that exact word. The one that's underlined has a massive arrow underneath it. Okay, trickier then. Past perfect. So we've got two parts of it. Perfect, I'm thinking whatever it is has to be still in my mind. So soon after a Frenchman, blah, the first land speed record, it was broken. Now, I'm not even looking at my options right now, but I know for perfect, I'm expecting a has or had. And because it's past perfect, I'm looking for the word had, really, because has would suggest it was present perfect. So, soon after a Frenchman, blah, the first land speed record, it was broken. Has set, well, that would be present perfect. Had set, looking good so far. Set, as soon as a Frenchman set, no. Was setting, present tense there. So had set. Had set. Soon after a Frenchman had set the first land speed record, it was broken. So he had set it, the setting of the record was finished, and it was in the past tense as well. So had set is there. 1 mark. Well done us. More to go. Here we go. Here's the one we saw at the beginning of the video. Rewrite the underlined verb in the sentence so that it's in the present, happening now, progressive. The act is progressing. Imagining a video camera. It's moving. So present. I taught is simple past. I taught my sister to skateboard. I teach. Not enough. No. It's am. So I am teaching. I am teaching. Do you notice how it's present? Because I am, that's currently happening. Teaching is progressing. So the act needs to be moving in your mind. I am teaching my sister to skateboard. Tick, another mark, well done us. So there's our present progressive, happening now, progressing in that imaginary video we have. Again, present progressive, which option completes the sentence using present, happening now, progressive, moving on that camera. I blah the photos to the school website. So I'm looking for a continuing verb here. I upload, general. I upload, will upload, future. I have uploaded, past. I am, present. Uploading, and there's that movement. I don't know why I'm doing a swirl there, but that's for me moving. I am uploading. We don't need to fill it in on the line, but I'm going to anyway. I am uploading. Right over the word there. I am uploading the photos to the school website. So present, happening now, progressing, happening now. One mark and tick. And that is the biggest variety I think I can find. That's all of the ones I could find at the moment over the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 SATs papers. But there's a variety there of simple past, present progressive, past perfect. I know it's a lot of words, and it always is with EGPS. You will write these, you'll be writing in the present progressive all the time. You'll write in past perfect all the time. It makes sense. A simple sentence like "I am uploading the photos to the school website" isn't beyond us, but it never is the problem with EGPS. EGPS is about understanding how the words break down. So what do we mean when you see progressive tense? Well, it's my job to give you a simple way to remember it. Progressive tense, something is progressing. I'm going to use that spiral again, and I'm viewing it. I'm imagining the action taking place on the camera, and it is moving. Whereas with perfect, the act is completed. The swordfish had taken, it's done. The teacher has spent a long time explaining fractions. The action, again, is done. Hopefully that helps you to understand tenses a little bit better. If you have any other ideas for videos you'd like me to make, please write a comment. Like, share, subscribe, do all those things as well. I'm happy to try and get through the entire curriculum if I can. Christmas coming up soon, so I'm going to add some more videos on as well. But I hope you have a great day, and it is ciao for now. See you later.